Alright, that sounds good. But what? Stop calling me by that code name when we're alone. Right, so I guess as a quick little thing as we're going back here. We're just gonna get all the endings. Well, the rest of the last ending we didn't get yet. Because the
Are we able to get after this one?
After this one's the main ending.
I thought we had one more.
No, the other one that we can't get anymore is the coffin ending. Which is, if we didn't have the information to unlock the coffin, we would be at that state right there, but we would not be able to open it. And that's an ending, technically.
Okay.
But once we get the safe ending, it's impossible to get that one. But once we get the true ending, we kind of get the last picture for the coffin ending as well.
Okay.
So it'll unlock for us, technically, but we won't be able to
It'll
get
work
it.
itself out.
Yeah. But this is the last ending we can get. Total. So we were just talking about childhoodness. Like,
How she wants to buy.
Absolutely. And so
Junpei
now,
being
we should probably go catch up with the others. Oh, gee, fucking. Oh,
that's
it's normal.
new.
Tragedy always strikes when one least expects it, but to wait for a man to stand before striking him down is almost crueler than dealing the fatal blow where he lies on the ground. Light in the dark place, June's smile had given him hope, both of escape and possibly for something else. I mean, June's right there.
June's right there.
Yeah, it was that hope that raised his spirits and his pants just enough that they might soon be fully dashed. It happened in the elevator door, and there she was. A woman sat slouched against the wall. Lotus. Jippy felt his blood turn to ice. Her body was limp, and her skin smooth and pale as always. It was covered in bright red blood.
Oh, yikes.
So, Jippy felt his chest constrict. He couldn't breathe, and his legs began to shake. A slow cold drop of sweat trickled down his neck. He felt his stomach somersault. Impressive. Jippy's mind went blank, all of his thoughts replaced with endless, hissing white. Driven by little more than instinct, he began to walk toward Lotus slowly. Each slow movement of his stiff limbs brought him closer to the corpse. Finally, he stood next to her. Robotically, he bent down and pat his head against her neck. There was no pulse, but of course, no rise and fall of breathing. She was slightly warm. Something somewhere in Junpei's shaken mind told him that it meant she had been killed recently. Yes, Junpei thought, his mind slowly returning, she had been killed. Someone had killed her. There was a deep cut on the left side of her chest. Blood still oozed from it, although clearly her heart had stopped beating some time ago. The weapon had been a knife, then? Perhaps she had been stabbed in the heart once. She would have died immediately. He took little comfort from knowing she must have suffered very little. Though we can kind of assume who this is, too. Only then Junpei noticed a knife, and it's Lotus, too. Specifically, the one Ace needed. Only then did Junpei notice Lotus' bracelet was gone. Lastly, but we know this. Escape the ship, we must reach 0. That's the only way to move it. Is that killer's yeah. That made number 8 bracelet. There's a lot of flashbacks. If that was true, then the killer was whoever wanted number 8 bracelet. Or perhaps more accurately, the person who would have given the most by obtaining bracelet number 8 bracelet. Who is that? Who would benefit the most? This is, again, a better ending if you got it before you saw who obviously the killer was. He heard a noise. It sounded like a sharp knife cutting through wet meat. It struck him as strange with the knife coming from inside his own body. A moment later, the pain hit him. It wasn't merely pain, there was heat, extreme heat as well. It felt as though molten iron had been splashed against that side of his body. Finally, his brain made the connection he had been stabbed. But where? His body was quickly going numb. He couldn't tell where the knife had been splashed. Given the circumstance, however, he had most likely been stabbed in the back. Whoever had killed Lotus now had done the same to Junpei as well. His was little more than a weak groan. The wet little strength he had left, Junpei turned his body, trying to catch a glimpse of his attacker. But as he did, the knife dug itself in deeper, twisting viciously. He collapsed to the floor with the puppet, the strings cut, his arms and legs were all fall, oddly twisted and awkwardly positioned. He was rather totally numb. He could feel the blood leaking out of him, but nothing could move. Nothing saved his eyes. As he lay on the floor, his life ebbing away, Junpei finally saw his attacker. 2 tiny images of the attacker, reflected in his eyes. With that recognition came nothing. He felt no emotion, no anger, no sadness, no regret. Fastest thought had claimed his body had reached his mind. The killer glanced down his body. I mean, yeah, it doesn't really matter. We know who it was.
Yeah, we know who it was.
Yeah. Then without a word, climbed the elevator and was gone. We died. His eyes began to fade, the water grew blurry, and his mouth from every white fog. The fog except the edge of his mind that worked inextricably inward. Soon, he swallowed up the last remains of Junpei's mind. His consciousness left him. There was nothing more. Into utter emptiness he fell. Into 0. Whatever Junpei had been, that's where gone. Bad end. Alright. That was just one of the endings.
One of the many where you die.
Yeah. This is basically you made one choice that didn't add up, unfortunately, and you won't be able to get one of the other endings, so they just kill you here.
Yeah.
Something like that. Trying to run. Or someone, I guess Ace might got enough information. Either way, just one of the endings. I think it was here. Yep. So,
Knife.
there's one that was the coffin, I believe, we can't get. And now the true ending. So I do have the guide for that. I believe most of the choices we made already are currently maintained. Like, I think 4 here, right? This door 4. Right, so we, after the sip, match the plate, picture on the dog. I think that's all Dalek stuff. Since the key is there, we should be fine.
Yeah, with that, the key is unlocked.
Then we want to go to the kitchen here, which is also, I think, unlocked. Then we want door 7. And here we want to go through here. Operating room.
We're missing a key for that one.
Yeah, we want to go through here, I believe.
Yes.
Yeah, so there's 2 things we have to do. So we have to go to operating room. I think we do have to get a certain extent of it solved.
Mm-hmm.
Operating room. There we go. So we'll try to rush through this best we can. I think we remember most of it. So we're going to try and get to, I believe it's the chemical room where we talk to, what do you call it? 7.
Yes.
I don't think there's anything here. Nothing there, come on. Got that. I don't think you have to solve the entire thing too. You might just have to solve bits of it. But
enough to get whatever we need to.
Yeah. Okay, I'll check the flow after the decision is made, once we get to that point. But yeah, we're on track so far for it. A lot of nonsense, though. But both keys activated. I don't think we need this one yet. We can go... Oops. We can't go in here. We just have to solve this puzzle again. I could probably look it up. Instead of wasting time looking at everything.
Yeah.
Let's see. Surgery room, huh? Surgery. Actually, I could probably check that. Operating room. I'll just look for the enter. There you go. There you go. Alright, I don't know if anything else is here or not. I don't think we have to look at it.
Think so.
I think that's it.
Yeah.
Now we have to go here. What are we missing here? Nothing there. I think it's on this side first. No, this is just a file, which we don't need right now. Oop. There's this one we need the beakers for.
Yeah, with the
Okay,
colored,
so
the colored
I
shit.
think those are in this. In here. I think these ones.
So.
Here we go. Blue liquid. There we go. Oh yeah. I think I should go back. It's if we get alone time at 7. You can talk about something.
His EDT and the thing, and I think this is when we found out that he was a amnesiac, right?
Know something about it, and then know about Ice 9. This is what we have to talk about.
I think, yeah. So I guess Ice 9 is the one that pulled it up.
You know about Ice 9? Ice 9.
I could have sworn we did that one.
I think we did too. Oh, I feel like we must have, but at the same time, it's not there, so might not have said it for whatever reason, or maybe we didn't get the choice. That's now. That woman, she's on this boat. That woman, Alice.
Who?
So, well, there's some more stuff. Come on, the woman who won't melt at room temperature. Huh?
What?
Yep. You know how the Titanic sank on April 15, 1912, right? Yeah, we all know that. That's a common fact. Everyone knows that, right?
Everyone knows that.
Everyone remembers that date. Yeah, more than 100 people died. Worst maritime accident in history. What about it? Did you hear about the boat that was sent to collect the dead bodies? I think that was the RMS Carpathia, right? Everyone knows that too, but fucking, we're talking about. Come on. It was cool, just like Titanic. No, that was the ship that picked up the survivors. The ship that collected the dead bodies of the CS Macrae Bennett. Again, who knows this much information about Titanic?
That's You'd be surprised.
Of just the people on the boat. Oh, they don't know about Titanic. Well, I guess 7
does. They don't know about the Titanic. Oh, better throw them overboard.
You haven't known anything about the Titanic?
You haven't watched Death Note?
Exactly. Macrae Bennett set up on April 17, 2 days after the accident. It set out from Halifax, a port in Canada, and recovered 306 bodies. The Atlantic that far north is really cold. It would have to be for it to be iceberg and stuff. Anyway, the bodies that pulled out the water were frozen solid. This isn't a very nice story. So what happened next? Well, they said that Macrae Bennett recovered something more than just dead bodies. There were various bits of floating around in the water. Things that the drowned had carried with them, or stuff that dislodged as the ship sank. One of the things they found was a coffin. A coffin? Yeah, a wooden one. The craftsman who made it must have been pretty skilled. It wasn't just a wooden coffin. It was all wood. No nails, no reinforcements, and no gaps in the wood anywhere. The thing was airtight. The crew got pretty curious about what might be inside and opened it up. Pretty impressive. They had to get a wedge and hammer to open it. It was so well made. God, it was so perfect. The touching of it.
I don't think that works. I don't think that works that way.
Yeah. They found a woman, or I guess they say they found the dead body of a woman. Her hair was thick and black, her skin rich brown with no blemishes or sign of decomposition. They say that she looked gorgeous, like a goddess. She was obviously dead, but everyone looked at her and said she just looked like she was sleeping. Her skin was still lifelike. She looked like she might have wake up any minute. She didn't, though. Like the rest of the bodies they found, she was frozen solid. Eventually, the Macrae Bennett finished searching and returned to Halifax. The 106 bodies were unloaded and taken ashore. However, it was warm enough that they began to thaw. They said the stink was horrible. But there was one body that didn't thaw, and that was the girl in the coffin. That's right. Everybody thought for sure that she'd melt and start to rot like the rest of them eventually. But weeks passed and nothing happened. Then a month passed, another, and it was summer and she was still frozen solid. After a while, people started to say she was some sort of miracle. Rumors about her started to spread. People came to visit Halifax from all over. After a while, people started to call her All Ice. Which we did find a book of it, remember? That book?
Oh, we did, didn't we?
Alice. Of course, those rumors didn't last long. Why? Well, she up and disappeared. One day Alice was there, the next day she wasn't. They say someone snuck her into where they were keeping her and stole the body. With the body gone, the rumors followed pretty quickly. After a while, no one remembered her. You might be able to find something about her if you could find a newspaper from back then, but that's about it. But you just said that was on this boat. Yeah, I did. Alice has got to be somewhere on this ship. Now, why the hell would you say something like that? Because I know. And what is it you know? What happened to Alice after she was stolen? Alright, tell me, what happened to Alice? Well, around that time, the word was that there's a special black market in New York. All millionaires from all over the world. I heard that Alice went up for auction there, of course. The person who won the auction was Lord Dacio Gourdain. You've heard that name before, right? Lord Gourdain.
Sure. Yes, of course. What am I, peasant?
Lord Gourdain was the one who bought the gigantic, the Titanic sister ship. Yeah, that's him. Although I guess he hadn't done that yet. What do you mean? Gourdain bought Alice in 1912. Then 4 years later, in 1916, he bought the gigantic. And he hid Alice somewhere on the gigantic. No one knows where. He died in 1931. And apparently, he died without ever telling anyone where Alice was hidden. However what? Well, he did have one close friend who asked him, "Where is Alice?" And he said, "Alice sleeps in a small chamber past the forest of knowledge beneath the navel of the gigantic." What the hell is that? Some kind of riddle?
Fuck.
Your guess is as good as mine. That's it. Whatever you think, I believe it. He's hidden somewhere on the gigantic. In other words, he's hidden somewhere on this ship. What are you two fucking morons talking about? You got puzzles to solve over here. Okay, we're coming. Jeez. Yeah, anyway, that's the story. Might be useful someday. Don't forget it.
It might be useful.
That mummy wasn't just a normal mummy. They say that she was frozen. The story says that from the time of discovery, all the way through to when he got put Titanic, even though it was carried through the desert, her body never melted. Kind of gave me some reminiscence, I believe.
Yeah, because June talked about that.
There was that Egyptian priestess, Alice. Did the water in her body become ice 9?
That's
Oh, that's
weird.
nuts. There's no way something like that could exist. Anyways, back to puzzles, but who cares about puzzles because we solved that.
It's weird that Alice looked a lot like
Miss Lotus over there.
Lotus, yeah.
Yeah. But that's part of that whole
So
thing
we got
of it all.
we got those 2 keys.
So now, let's see. Go to door 1 from here. So here, I'd have to go to door 1, but I believe it is. Yep. But since we don't have to, I should be able to just go here and be fine.
Do we not need the other keys?
By going through that one, I believe we automatically unlock it. But I'm going to save real quick over here. And just be sure. Here we go. We might need this one. Let's see. Captain's quarters. Let's go through that.
Yeah, we might need both of those.
Let's go through here. Just in case. I don't believe we do, but just in case.
Hi, Belly. You're in my face. Can you move, please?
So let's see what we have to figure out here. Push the button. I think 0 up here, I believe. Yep. I don't think it matters here. We can look at numbers. The hexadecimal thing is the file, though. Doesn't matter. Then we get this. Dialogue.
Yeah, we get that.
Well, if he isn't one of us, no way that man could be 0. Don't you get it? The letters that spell 0 on the TV screen, the captain's clothes she's got on, and of course the bracelet with the 0 on it. It's too obvious. Look. This is 0 right here. This is dead body 0. This is on you.
Yeah, that's pretty on the nose.
Yeah. Isn't that kind of fishy? You're right. Only an idiot would see through wouldn't see through something like that. 7. Yo, is that 0? No, that's not the point.
Is Clover 0? Is that the thing?
I'm not making fun of them for doing a trick like this would work. I'm sure they didn't think it would work, which makes me wonder, why did they do it? At least it's a challenge. A challenge from the person who's really behind all this. He's making fun of us. Don't you get it? If we ever killed this guy who really wanted us to think this corpse is 0, they never put a bracelet on him. Walking about with the 0 bracelet would be like hanging a sign around your neck that said, I did it. Anyone with a brain would be able to see that this guy is supposed to look like everything 0 is supposed to be. Just like we did. The killer must have known we wouldn't think he was 0 and put the bracelet on him anyway. You know why? Why? Like I said, he's mocking us. Too bad, sucker. This isn't 0. Suck my ass. Was the wheelman me then? See if you can catch me. It's the same bad joke a lot of criminals like to play. Just sit back and watch people run in circles. That's really twisted, but it almost seems kind of childish. Yeah, you're right. It's really childish. It's like just a game. Whoever this person is, that's what seems funny to me. Alright, let's get back to the point. Who killed this man? I don't know. Scadio. Who is he? How would I know that? If I knew anything, I would have told you. You have no idea who he is? Why would I? A lot of questions, keep asking him. We should check and see if anything got on him that might tell us who he is. Give me a hand here, Clover. Huh? We gotta flip him over. How else are we gonna get search his pockets? Think it's still new? Okay, fine. I guess I'll do it. Here we go.
I guess I'll have to touch this dead body.
Huh? Hey, it's the... They stated about how people can come off... Yeah, the bracelet. He died. Bracelet comes off. This man, he's dead, isn't he? Huh? No, I guess you didn't really think about it until right now. If his bracelet's off, that means he's dead. Well, it's pretty obvious that he's dead. You don't really have to look at his bracelet to figure that out. He's dead. Yeah, I guess you're right. It is pretty obvious. Looks a lot better than the other bodies we've seen, though, you know? I mean, if there wasn't all this blood, he'd almost like he was still alive. Yeah? Yeah, I think so, too. And if the blood was in a person the entire time, you'd probably think they're alive, right? I mean, I know it's kind of a messed up thing to say, but he kind of has it better, you know? Dying from a bomb going off inside you, I mean, that's just... Some snake's bones went right through his skin. I think the explosion must have thrown him against a wall or something. There was a broken bone just sticking out of his left arm. Sorry, just too graphic. But I speaking about your dead brother to you. What did you just say? Oh man, I'm so sorry. I shouldn't have said that. We don't know what I was thinking. I mean, I just rambling on about his corpse, his mangled corpse. God, I hated that face. His hate is burned into my mind. No, that's not what I mean to talk about. What did you say about his arm? Arm? Yes, it's left arm. You said it, didn't you? Well, yeah, I did, but I mean, didn't you see it too? Of course not. I could barely look at him. There's no way I was going to see the details. Are you sure it was his left arm? So then this is Clover now piecing it together.
Yeah.
That her brother is alive. Well, at least, you know, not that person. And he broke a bone, right? Wait, get out here. Just up and answer me. Yeah, he did. He was pretty bad too. The bone was sticking out of his arm. Clover? Yoo-hoo. Clover.
Clover. Earth
Clover?
to Clover.
Does this mean you're not going to go kill me later? On a undeniable, twisted killing spree?
This mean I'm safe?
Thank you so much, Junpei. Aw.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah. Hey, what's going on with you? I'm sorry, it's just so happy. Why? The body in the shower room. It isn't his. It isn't my brother. Huh? It's not Snake. Wonder what did you think that? Because his left arm is... I'm sorry. I really shouldn't be talking about this. But he's still alive.
He has a prosthetic
so
arm. That's
happy.
kind of important information for us to know.
Yeah, but then also remember, this might be, that might have been Snake's idea of not to mention it. He kept referring to it as his last resort.
That's fair, but still.
Yeah, it'd be pretty important to know. No matter what happened, you can never lose hope. You have to remember what's most important, and that's to have faith and to have love. That was the four-leaf clover meaning.
Yeah.
Remember all of those that'll bring you good luck. I only made it here because you gave me this. I was supposed to tell everybody, and I was angry and miserable, but because I had this four-leaf clover, which is again another point we didn't do because we had already done it in the past.
Yeah.
We not have to make this decision, but it's the one that also matters. Thank you so much, Junpei. You really wanted to thank somebody. You should be thanking Santa. Santa, why? He was the one who gave me that thing. And the words for each leaf, I got that from him too. We're gonna ruin a moment. Huh? He's pacing around.
Trying to figure it out.
Want to do a different position each time. Yep. Did Santa really tell you those things? Yeah, he did. Did I say something wrong? No, not at all. In fact, it's pretty really good news, I think. Think? Santa knew about the words and the clover. The only people who should know about that are the other subjects. Subjects? The other people who were in the experiment 9 years ago with my brother and me. So see, really, Santa should have been there. But he's blind. And I was part of the Nevada test group. That's another thing.
What the fuck?
And neither of us would be able to recognize the faces of the people who were on this boat. Well, stop fuck on you dropping shit.
How are you gonna just
and you ain't picking it
all
up?
This information in a second? Like, come on.
You just threw the shit on the floor and said, "Here it is." No, you better fucking tell me all about it. Let's just calm down for a second, okay? Start from the top. Don't start with the end and then jump to the middle. You gotta start with 1, then with the 2, then 3, maybe 4, maybe 5. If you don't tell me this stuff in the right order, I'm never gonna be able to figure it out. Okay. Alright, let's get started with the experiment. What happened to this boat 9 years ago? Do you know about morphogenetic fields? Morphogenic fields? Alright, how about this? Theory of the telepathic mechanism. I think Lois mentioned something like that. I haven't really listened to it. I was just looking at it. I mean, solving puzzles. Solving puzzles. Telepathy, huh? That's not really it, but I suppose it's similar. So they're testing telepathy on this ship? Yeah, I guess so. So what exactly did they have you guys do? Same thing that we're doing now. Exactly the same thing. What? The nonary game. 9 people were put on this boat, and 9 others were put in the building in Nevada, and the game started. Like, I'm sorry, I don't get it. What do you mean nonary game and some telepathy experiment have to do with each other? Am I missing something here? The ability to access a morphogenic field is affected by a couple of things. The first is epiphany, and the other is danger. You know, sometimes when you're up against a really tough problem and then the answer just kind of pops in your head? That's an epiphany. And what you learn from the epiphany can be transmitted with telepathy. It's science. When you add danger to the equation, then it gets easier to transmit the information. It's a very simple formula. Epiphany plus danger, telepathy.
Who the fuck made this? I want to see this guy's work. Who did the math on this?
Yeah. So you're saying the nonary game was supposed to introduce the element of danger? Yeah, but it couldn't be just any old danger. It had to be life and death. And someone did actually die. A girl. She was on the boat with my brother. I was in Nevada. I never met her, but I did hear her name. Her name was, and then we get cucked. I'm sorry about that. Oh, you gotta make sure you weren't doing too much lore dumping here. You should have some strong stomachs. Can't imagine you could stand
have
here for long.
No lore. Not today.
Nope.
Nuh-uh.
No. I have to be the one to drop the lore. Anyway, Junpei, would you be some kind of company or something? I have a little trouble about you cheating, and I gotta talk about it. I don't want Ace to hear us. We can talk about this later. Wait. Junpei, get in here. My top's already off. Damn. Alright, and then that's that.
So that's that, and
so
it starts the next set of
There's still another thing here. Apparently even earlier. But
I think it's a.
Well, we started from the captain's quarters there, but maybe something off.
Maybe there's something else going on.
Hold on. I think it's Oh, that's that one. Okay.
Yeah.
Damn it! I can't skip. I think because I was zoomed in right there. Damn it. I have to skip ahead until I can select it again. Here? Damn it. I think we're locked into again. Damn. Well, I think the other option is talking to Ace. Oh no, because Ace jumps in there to kind of talk to you there. So I think we bypassed it this time, technically. I don't know what the other thing is though, but that we did start out the escape room, right? At the beginning. Right?
I think so.
Okay. I can't skip it. He's doing a pace. Nope. Gotta keep going. Gotta keep going. So I'm not gonna press red 5 monitor. But I think I got to go at the very beginning again.
I think so.
Okay. I don't know if I skipped ahead last time or not. I thought I started at the very beginning, but maybe I didn't. Oh, because I pressed 0. I went to the computer immediately. I think
you went to the computer immediately.
Okay. So let's not do the computer. We don't need that information either. Well, I could just continue from there. Either way, who cares? We don't need any of that. I think we need just this. Give me that. Don't click that. But we do need... actually, we don't even need that, actually. Where you going? I was going to hold the communications. You're going to leave me alone? Okay, well, hold on. I swear to God, if you make me have to go through that one again. Camcorder. Exit. Locked. It's probably going to make me do it again. I have a feeling. But don't... Again, I don't know if we need all this information, but I think we might. It's better safe than sorry.
I don't remember if we needed to do anything. There's that set of papers.
Yeah.
That was for the puzzle.
Sure. So I think... Yeah, I think we have to do that one. But I could be wrong. Let's see. Oh my God, yeah, he wants me to do it again. Alright. We have to click it. Here we go again. Unless I can skip ahead. No, it's gonna force it. Here we go. I can still flow through it. But I don't think it's gonna help me. I think I have to do it. It'd be weird why this is the lock though, not this one. I guess it's not top down. I don't think there's anything else, but I'm pretty sure it has to do with Ace.
Maybe you have to progress a little bit more in the other room.
Well, I can flow in here though. But yeah, that just leads us back to that point right there. Oh. Skip ahead?
Yeah, skip ahead and try to solve some of the stuff in the next room and see what it does.
Yeah. Because it has to be in this thing here. Unless they messed with the placement of it, but I doubt that. But I think it has to do with Ace, but since technically we don't need to... Because that Ace of like, get out of here, I don't want to talk to you, it takes the place of this scene, I believe. If we didn't have all the proper stuff going. So it could be that it's technically a different key, but not for the correct path.
Yeah.
I don't know. Just on the safe side, we'll go through this real quick. As far as we can. Or see if I can't just get the ending now. I don't think I need it, but I could be wrong. But we're right there, so let's see. Alright, now we're in this room. Wooden case. I got the screwdrivers. Get the ink. Anything here?
While you're going through this, I gotta say, I was not expecting some of the stuff that was thrown at us in this entire game. I have never played this game before. I'll reiterate that as we reach the end.
Yeah.
So I knew literally nothing about it other than the fact that it was you in escape rooms.
As the main gameplay stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, it's the paper. It'll give us to us. Oh, you have to type. You have to fucking do each individual thing. Yeah, no, it's a bit weird.
It's very
Ice
weird.
9, morphogenic field, all ice. All that stuff just kind of pops in. You don't know why. It just is. We still haven't solved the whole Ice 9 thing, technically. So I don't think it necessarily matters too much in the end, because we'll get there. Tap. 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 We have to do this, huh? But it does have a lot of the twists and turns, like Ace being the villain. This kind of happens.
I mean, there was a lot of mystery surrounding him since it started. Like, out of everyone, he's the one that had the least amount going on. And
True.
you were in the least amount of rooms with
here's
him.
The all ice. This is the all ice book we and it's the new information that we got because of 7.
Oh, okay.
Alice. This mean. Yep.
That
hieroglyphics. What is this? Hieroglyphics. The form used in ancient Egypt. That was slightly new information, actually.
Yeah.
Don't unlock it. No, okay, it's just checking. Oh, I can't skip ahead. So it would seem bottom deck library. Ah, Devin said something like this. Alice sleeps in a small chamber past the forest of knowledge, beneath the navel of gigantic. Can we the navel being bottom of the deck and the forest of knowledge of the library? Could Alice be in a room somewhere beyond the library? So the big point of this, I'll be honest with you, just kind of spoil a little bit. All of this, the coffin ending is if you did everything to get the true ending, but didn't have the right information to open a coffin. From the safe ending, you would get the coffin. You would just be at the coffin and not be able to do anything.
And not do anything.
So, that's what this ending is. And what this whole point of the Alice thing is just, again, be straight with you, it's a red herring. The whole point, the idea is you'd get to the coffin, it starts banging, and the information you have at this point, without knowing any of the killers or anything like that happening, is, oh, it's Alice. Is this new? Okay, good. That's what happens.